Today's episode is brought to you by Organifi. Organifi is an organic superfood supplement line that makes quality, trusted nutrition convenient and accessible. Their most popular product, green juice, solves the problem of juicing greens on the go. Just add water, drink, and let your body soak up the benefits. Visit Organifi.com, that's Organifi.com, to learn more about an exciting offer for you, our podcast listeners. Today's show is brought to you by HelloFresh. If you're like me and look at the Food Network and all these channels and watch all these gourmet meals and just lust after them, let's just be real, you're lusting after them. Guys, we have a solution for you. HelloFresh does all the shopping, the planning, and delivery. So all you have to do, guys, is put this meal together, and they give you the instructions as well, so you can create the gourmet meals in the luxury of your own home. So use the code SUCCESS30. SUCCESS30. Just go to HelloFresh.com and use that code SUCCESS30 to get $30 off your first week of HelloFresh. So make sure you check it out.
I wake up every single day. I am who I say I am. And I get what I get because I live in beast mode. Stop being gazelles. You're not average. You're not even good. You were born to be great.
What's going on, world? Welcome to another edition of the Secret to Success podcast. I'm your host, CJ, joined as always by the Bayesian sensation, Mr. Carl Wesley Phillips.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
And Dr. Douglas Thomas.
It's looking like summer right now where I'm sitting at.
8 months.
It's looking like summer. A little small, but other than that, it's looking deep summer up off in Irvine, California.
Nah, I mean, at this point, like, I'm serious. At this point, it's not even really funny. Like, at first when I got here, I was like, oh, okay, you know, it's Michigan. It's a little cold. There was an ice storm yesterday, and it's about 29 degrees. And there's frost all over the ground. I'm like, yo, this cannot be real life. I left 80 degrees in Atlanta for this right here. So it is getting somewhat annoying. And I don't know what happened, but I used to be able to tolerate the cold, but I think living in, you know, warmer weather for so long has made me soft, as my mom said. So, yeah.
Tell your mom you ain't soft. You tell your mom she knows back in the day, right around March, it started, you know what I'm saying, it started to change a little bit. It's a shift. In the seasons, there's no shift right now. That's the problem. There's no.
Hey, Tamisha did say to me, though, she says we didn't complain when October was warm this year. She said we got it on that end, so nature getting us back on this end.
Because it was freezing in December.
Bro, I'm done. Like, I leave, so I'm leaving y'all, and I'm not coming back till August.
I'm talking about I'm not coming back.
From August 1st to August 9th. You get the sun. I asked Kendall yesterday, I was like, do the sun just not believe in coming into Michigan? I said, but babe, look in the sky. Where is it? Because we just took a flight from Atlanta, and it was beaming. And you get here, and it's just like not even here. Carl, me and Carl, this, you know, I love how family-oriented we are. So I drive over to Carl's house. We are in Carl's driveway because we didn't want to bother the whole family. You know, my mouth sometimes get me in trouble, so I didn't want the whole family to have to hear me acting a fool. So we're sitting out in the driveway in E's Escalade at Carl's house, looking at E's house, talking to E on the phone with Didi in the background. I'm like, this is some old family affair type stuff. So, this is how we rocking the day, man. Me and Carl sitting in the Escalade. Of course, we got the heat blasting, so if you hear a little undertone of air,
it's all good.
It's the heat is going in the ride. So, E, how's your week been out there, man? Tell us some stories about the good life out there. Insider, sun, surfing.
Yeah, Didi and I got into it a little bit over here because we had, it's a lot of cutbacks. You know that this year. See, we cutting back, and we had to eat out of the free concierge buffet. The buffet, and she wanted to go get a live breakfast. I'm like, yo, they paid for us to eat free up in this joint. And so, you know, Didi are germophobic, so they open at 6. So I got to stand in line at 5:50 to make sure I'm the first one to grab the utensils and get, you know what I'm saying? But no, man, it's been, and I'm going to tell you what's so sweet is that we're on a different time zone. So we getting up early. You know, before I get up early on my own, but now Didi up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So we getting so much done. We found a little spot, Irvine Spectrum, and we just been going there. We found a Yard House, got a nice little menu.
Oh, Yard House. I love
Yeah,
Yard
you know about
House.
Yard House? Oh, yeah. So we
remember we did it at
that's
one
right.
of the
That's
VIPs
right.
in
That's
Miami
it.
or something.
Yep. So they got a nice little they have some vegan options and then some other stuff. And so we just been chilling, man. We ain't do nothing. I feel bad. I didn't run 3, 4, 5, 6 miles a day. I don't think I ran 2 miles. I don't think I walked 6 miles. But we just got to Cali, man, and the weather was so gorgeous that we got the balcony, so we just opened up the curtains, man, and we just been chilling. We done absolutely
Okay, you're going
nothing.
a little too far now.
much.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I just asked you one simple question: how's it going? Now you opening up balconies.
Hey, did you see the photo that he put? He sent us a text with a photo. I just threw my phone. I just threw my phone. That one ain't right.
Oh, man.
I ain't checking none of e-text.
Hey, see, we got to do the good, the bad, and the ugly. I can't just send y'all the bad and the ugly, trying to be transparent. I got to send the good,
Which,
too.
by the way, speaking of ugly, I didn't know. I said maybe if I got a couple minutes, I might take care of it. Are you aware of the fact that you have a severe crack in the windshield of your Escalade?
Oh, for
I'm
about
talking about this joint.
About 6 months, but it happens every winter. So I'm like, we'll fix it in the summertime.
Well, ain't no summer. So.
Right, that's why I'm like, so we good. We just gonna leave it like that. Yeah, every
No,
year,
I'm talking
same
about this.
thing.
I've seen cracks before, but like I was driving down, some salt flew up and hit the window, and I was like, I'm 2 seconds from this other caving in.
Oh, let me tell you something. Every winter, when the salt trucks come out, somebody nicked me, and she all right in December, but once January hit and she go -10, she just.
I'm talking about you got 2 windshields. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Perfectly divided.
Oh, perfectly divided.
You can see where it started, though. Yeah, you can see where it started.
Yeah, Rondell had
you
hit
can
me up
definitely see.
about a month and a half ago. Rondell was like, I'm about to get the window fixed. I was like, no, you not. No, you not. We gonna wait until the summer come, bro. And we just know the winter gonna be cracked out, and then the summer is gonna be smooth. It happens every year, bro. No matter which truck I get, it's just like those big old windshields just suck up the salt truck. I'm like, Didi, I'm not even close to my man, but some kind of way it just like the marbles. Boom.
I'm talking about you. It looked like you got hit with a brick.
Oh yeah,
that thing is. I'm talking about. You can see
your
the
window
impact.
out your car.
I'm talking about bust your window out.
I'm talking
about like you could see where it took the hit, and you could see where it spread. So. I was gonna get that taken care of.
No, don't worry about that until the summer. It ain't gonna do nothing but get hit again.
You know what I'm saying? I just want to show people that, me and Carl still serving. You know what I'm saying? No matter how big time and famous we get, we still serving. You know what I'm saying?
They'll come to the house and pull it out for you.
No matter how many autographs Carl signed, we are still serving.
I know that's right.
Oh, the other thing is the roads. My God.
Yeah, that's bad.
No, this ain't even
terrible.
a joke. Like, I'm riding down the street. I'm like, these ain't potholes. These are like craters. I'm like, yo, you got, like, there was literally a street I saw. I was like, I didn't even drive down it. I was like, let me just turn. I just detoured my whole life away. My dad was like, no, it's bad, bro. Like, I'm from here. I'm like, this is worse than I ever remember. Like, you can't even, it make you not even want to have a nice car for real.
Oh, bro, I'm thinking about going to get me an old Coupe de Ville for the winter. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just rock the Coupe de Ville in the winter, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No, I definitely know. Where's your truck at?
Right in there.
Is it?
I keep theirs tucked away nice and secure.
Carl ain't even driving his. Carl pulled out the car today. Like, I'm not even taking the big body out.
Hey, let the Honda do what it does, bro.
This is what the Honda was made for.
What it was made for, bro.
And the Honda got a full windshield.
I'm talking about full.
She holding it down.
Full. Holding it down. Thank you to everybody who, all the texts, well wishes, of course. We still up here in Michigan, man, obviously dealing with, just a lot. Got a chance to spend some time with family since I've been back. And, of course, man, it's just, it's been crazy. So everybody, who wished us well and prayers and thoughts, we appreciate that. And, we are looking forward to brighter days around here. But I think what happened was, sometimes when you got a lot going on, you can be a little bit more irritated than you would normally be. And I guess today, man, and I'm trying not to name names or do nothing like that, but I just been getting emails and stuff from people, and I'm like, yo, I don't know how to say it, but it's no shortcut. And I think I sent y'all the email, and shout out to my man if he's listening. He know who he is. I don't have to, you know, say anything. But like, you get people who I don't want to say don't want to work for it, but they want like a shortcut, like a cheap shortcut, not like information. You know, they didn't call me like, yo, can you look at this? Can you help me think this through? Like, they're literally calling for handouts. And to me, I just started to get frustrated this week, and I started letting people know, man. I'm like, yo, I just got to say no. And you think it's because I'm trying to hurt you, but really what I'm trying to do is trying to help you. And I say, you know, one of the things you taught me, E, was, you said it, you said invited guests are welcome best. And I'm like, yo, you keep trying to force yourself on me to make me do something or make me move when you want me to move, or, you know, have ET do this or have ET do that. And it's a lot of that. And I'm like, yo, one, you're not investing in yourself because you sent me an email. Like, don't get it twisted in terms of what we talk about in terms of grinding and hustling and all of that. That doesn't mean send me an email and ask for the world and send me 500 emails until I say yes. Like, that's not how it goes. Like, you have to put in work. And so, for instance, and I just, like I said, I'll talk vaguely, but you know, and I'm gonna have a conversation with the young man. But like, somebody calls and says, and I sent you guys the text, I want to get ET on a video. And so I go look at your videos, and you got 130 views on your videos. And yet you want me to get the #1 speaker in the world to come on and do a collaboration with you because you sent an email. And so, how do I explain this to you that I'm going to ruin you by putting E on your channel because you're going to get a bunch of views on that video and nobody's ever going to watch anything else again? And so the relationship is not mutual because what you're trying to do is exploit everything that we've worked for from day one, blood, sweat, and tears, when we were sitting in the office in Michigan State trying to figure it out. You don't want to go through that. You want to use all the leverage of what I've worked for and then jump on a video and somehow blow your channel up. What's in that for me? And so people don't understand, E, and I got so frustrated this week because I'm like, yo, I keep getting more and more of these things, and people want to get to the goal, but they don't want to go through what we went through to get there. And so I'm saying, yo, and I swear to you, if you're listening out there, we live by what we talk about. I have never in my life called Tony Robbins people and asked for a look. Never. Because he told me invited guests are welcome best. So if I go to you and say, hey, can we get on your platform? Can we do this? Can we do that? Even if you let me on, it's not going to be what it was supposed to be. I'll use the example of Toby Nwigwe, our artist. Shout out to Toby. I love Toby. Toby came to this thing. He had 0 followers. He had talent. He had an ability to rap. He had great music. And for those of you who checked him out, you see him now. He's got 100,000 followers on certain platforms. His music is blowing up. He's getting calls from BET. He was on Sway in the Morning. He was on all of that. But let me show you an example of how we live by what we talk about, right? So me and E, when did we go on Sway, E? How long ago was that?
Oh, man. We went on Sway, what, about a year ago? Last summer, probably.
Yeah, so maybe a year and a half ago. Yeah. So we go on Sway a year and a half ago. Mind you, Sway is a huge fan of E a huge fan of Sway. They got a relationship. E got Sway number in his phone. We had Toby as an artist for the last 4 or 5 years. We just been working with him, making him grind, putting some support behind him, telling him to hustle, everything. How many times did we call Sway and say, can you get Toby on the show? Not one time.
Hey, I was trying to think. Not once.
Not one time. But you know what happened? Toby kept working. He kept putting out heat. He kept balling out, doing his thing, getting followers, gaining traction, getting better, mastering his craft. And guess what? Sway hit him up in the DM and said, when you coming? And so guess what happened? He goes, now mind you, I told Toby, nope, you still not ready to go on Sway. We need to put a project out. We need to have more music out before you go on Sway. So guess what? Sway hit him up again and said, when you coming? Toby said, I'll let you know when it's time. Boom. Toby hit him up. So we didn't even use our connects. Sway went and asked Toby to come on the show. Again, invited guests are welcome best. And so Toby goes on the show and kills it. And guess what? Because we didn't jump the gun, because we didn't say, Sway, because you and E cool, let Toby come on the show. We never said that. We just said, yo, We gonna work until Sway invites us. Sway invites us. Now him and Toby got a relationship. Sway hitting Toby up on a regular basis, giving him information. I don't know if I told the people, but after he went on the show, Sway invited him out the next week or 2 weeks after, whatever it was, and had him on South by Southwest, the concert series that they have down in Austin, Texas. Sway had a little, you know, a event space or whatever it is, his own show. And he asked Toby to come perform live, and they've been in contact ever since. Invited guests are welcome best. Am I telling you not to hit people up and go for what you know and try to make it happen? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you have to be committed to building your own personal brand. You have to be committed to going in on your own and then inviting people into your excellence. Excellence attracts excellence. If you put down the work, people will come to you. Stop just going, okay, I put out a video, I put out this, now I'm gonna call the #1 motivational speaker in the world and tell him to come on my channel. That's not fair. He's got a million things going on. He has people with podcasts that reach 1 million people a week, and you're gonna call him because you started your podcast and you think because you email 75,000 times that he's just automatically gonna come on there and give you a look. That's not how it works. You have to build up your fan base. Show me you can get 5,000 followers to listen. Show me you can get 10,000, because guess what? If you can't get 5,000 to 10,000 people to listen to your podcast on your own, me bringing Eric Thomas on there one time and having him do one episode and getting you a bunch of listens, guess what? They're not coming back the following week, and I'm doing you a disservice. And so, I just been a little fed up this week because I think people are reaching, and I think we're talking to you about hustle and determination and dedication and going after what you want. But that doesn't mean you get to cheat the system and just go straight to the top of the pecking order and say, oh, because I emailed you, or because I need this, or because I support. Like, yo, you still got to get it on your own. So that's my rant. And like I said, maybe I'm in a bad mood this week. I apologize, but it's just getting out of control.
You're in a great mood.
And I just want to let the people know exactly what we're talking about when we go down this road.
Hey, what's that thing called, Freaky Friday or Trading Places? Like, you're in a great space because at least you're talking about it. You know, I've gotten to a point, you know, where for real, man, you know, my frustration has caused me to just withdraw, you know what I'm saying? Because I only have so much energy, you know, and the reality is, and I don't say this to be cocky, I know what it takes to be successful. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what it takes. You know, there's some things that are happening for me and my wife, you know, because we just didn't dream, but you know what I'm saying, we put in work, bruh, and it's just like people come to me sometimes and we speak in 2 different languages. And because, you know, I've made it to this particular space that God has for me, you know, they want me to come down to their level and talk. And I'm just like, yo, I'm through, bro. I'm like, yo, I'm almost 50 years old. I'm about to enjoy the rest of my life with my wife. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. You know what I'm saying? But you can't, like you said, I'm not gonna fuss with people about cheating the system. I'm just gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I, for real, I want to say this with, you know, with all due respect, because I do pass out my number, and there's a reason why I do it, you know, because there's so many people who've helped me. But if I give you my number, really, I'll give you my number because I want to be able to give you information that's going to help you to blow up. Like, I get calls from the #1 podcast in the world, and I probably done 1 or 2 in the last, you know, couple years. Like, Lewis Howes, that's my dude. Sean, that's my guy. And so when I did it for Ed Milet, this was the first time I've done it, you know, for somebody that I didn't know at first, you know. And even with that, Ed was like, yo, before we even started, E, what can I do for you? Like, yo, I can get you some gigs. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, I can get you multiple gigs. And so it's a lot of people see it, like, I want to be on your podcast. And now I'm E.T. going, you know, guerrilla now. You know, that's why I just got to help y'all. And a lot of y'all asked me to be on your podcast because of what it could do for you. And I'm not even mad at you. I feel
right,
you.
Exactly.
I feel you.
That's
but I'm just
exactly
saying,
what it is.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I ain't mad at you. I get what you're doing. But like C said, I wouldn't be helping you if I got on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm through, C, like, yo, for real. There are people who I love, you know, who I'm about to be like, yo, this is what it take. And I love you enough to keep pushing you. I don't care nothing about how you feel about it, what you think about it, but I want to see you live your best life, you know. But that's only a small handful of people. The rest, you keep texting me about doing this with you and doing that with you. For real, you're just not going to hear from me no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is, you know, because...
Hey, give me the You talked at the Success Series a couple of weeks ago about doing the necessary.
Yeah.
And to me, that was the clearest that I've ever heard you be able to articulate that process. So just give me some of that. Like you had 3 things: do the necessary before you could do the possible,
and then
you could do the impossible.
Yeah.
So kind of walk us through that again.
Well, so, and I think that's how we got to where we are. I think a lot of you don't want to do the necessary. A lot of you, this generation, like for real, you just want to go and just be able to land right on Boardwalk and Park Place and have enough money to put hotels on that joint. You know what I'm saying? Right off the cuff. And you got to go a few times to kind of collect some money before you can just start balling out of control. And I was just saying, man, I had to do the Olive Garden. I was married. I eventually had a family, so, and I didn't drink alcohol, so I didn't want to sell it. So I had to be a bus boy, and I only made 4 and some change, but I got tips. But I had so one of my supervisors was from the military. So he was all into that, like, cleaning the bathrooms with toothbrush, all that kind of stuff. And I loved it because it was like a rubric. Like I knew who my man was, what he wanted. He believed in hard work. And so he would give me a lot of extra hours to clean stuff that nobody else wanted to clean. Because, everybody come to work and work, but it's like stuff need to be clean. Like it's a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? It's like in detail. So, bro, I'm in bathrooms, of course. It's a public restroom, so people urinating everywhere. People not, using the bathroom and not flushing the toilet. Like, it was gross, but it was necessary, bro. Like, that's what I had to do, And what a lot of y'all don't understand what C is saying is if you skip the process, you're going to eventually have to go back to phase 1. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to value where you are, and it's going to make you go back. So some of the passion you see in me, some of the hard work, the still getting up early in the morning and grinding, is because why I'm not big time. I do not want to go back to cleaning urine for a living. I do not want to clean people's feces off the back of the toilet because they use the bathroom like they was at the crib. I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to go back.
Well, in their defense, the Olive Garden has a few dishes.
Yeah, I got you. I guess they couldn't wait to go home with that.
There's a few dishes at the Olive Garden that will slide you right out.
Yeah, they didn't want. Yeah, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So
in their defense, the point is still there. I got you.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's what Carl is saying. It's like, I had to do the necessary, and then I had to do the possible. I had to finish the 4-year degree. I don't like school. I had to do the master's. I had to do the PH.D. Like, these are things that I didn't necessarily want to do. Then I woke up one day and I just got a text from LaShawna and I can't say the name of the company, but we got another commercial coming out and they just sent the second half of the check. That's the impossible. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the impossible right there. I'm on different podcasts and I got the top speakers in the world saying like, yo, E, we want to help you to get to that next level, bro. And I'm telling you, like, that's why I'm through, C, because not only I'm getting a little older, but I'm like, you know what, God? I've helped so many people in my life, and so many people are so selfish, and it's all about what you could do for them. That, like, I'm about to start taking some of these people up on, yo, E, bruh, come stay in the spot for a month, 3 months. Yo, E, we want to help you get these gigs, and we don't want nothing for it. Like, it's like I've been helping people so much that you get frustrated after a while when you're helping people and it ain't helping, see? When you give your individual that $2,000 loan that they're gonna blow this business up, and then you give $2,000 and they didn't spend half of it on what they lied and didn't tell you they needed to pay a bill, and then the other half they whatever, and they come back to you with another business idea 4 months later, and it's like, yo, I'm not mad at you, I'm not, but you're not growing. Like, I'm not, the way I'm doing it, it's not helping you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to, it was funny, one of our staff members called me the other day, and she was just like, yo, E, we ain't doing this no more, that no more. We should do that. I was like, boo, we did that for 7 years. It didn't work. Like, you think I'm a natural flamingo. You don't think I want to do that? I want to do that. But tell me where it's gotten us. It hadn't gotten us nowhere. So as much as you feel good when you do that, and ain't nobody feelings hurt, and don't nobody feel bad, yeah, you're right. We do all feel good. But, and see, I've been on this animal assessment thing heavy, right? So, I went to college, of course, got a couple degrees. Now, I learned some stuff in the process, but what I realized, see, and we had to be honest with ourselves, I was explaining to her, like, yo, when you, like, let's say you're a flamingo and you're a people person, you're relational. I showed her on a chart that I came up with my own that like, yo, when you get so relational on one side, the productivity goes down on the other side, see? This ain't nothing nobody told me. Like, this just me studying myself, studying, you know, the past, studying whatever. And I was just like, yo, when you get to a point where people get so comfortable, productivity go down. And while we hate to stress people out, you feel me? Like, you hate to stress people out. You'd prefer when little man call and say, hey, well, I would at least, hey, I want to do a video with you. Bro, do you know how much easier it would be for me as a flamingo just to be like, yo, let's do it. Where you want to do it at? Let's go. So I can make that person happy. But when I looked at the chart, what I realized is, yo, when people are happy, their productivity is not as high as it is when they're uncomfortable. And I ain't the dude that want nobody to be uncomfortable, but I'm just watching it. Like everybody partying, having a good time. We in the same, we on a high, kumbaya. And you look at productivity is low, bruh. But sometimes when you look at stress, and don't nobody want to be in a stressful environment, don't nobody want to be pushed, don't nobody want to be, you know, like, I don't feel like coming. But it's something about that right balance of, you know, relationship, but stress, because most people can't put it on their own. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm looking at little man, I'm like, yo, I could easily come and do a video with you. I could easily have you going around saying, E.T. the man, he did a video with me. He's the greatest. He's not like these other speakers. He'll come and do a video. You don't got to be big time. But then I started realizing, I was doing that for years, and it ain't helping a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Because just what you said, they feel good.
A blessing too soon is not a blessing at all. And what we're trying to tell you is, okay, so let's just, like, let me walk this through, because I just really want to make sure the point is being made. Let's say you started a podcast 6 months ago, and it's decent. You got 500-600 people listening, but you ain't perfected your format. You don't necessarily have your "Am I Tripping?" or you don't have your, you know, all of your segments, whatever you want to do. The chemistry's not there. You and your co-host, y'all still working on building it out, right? And I give you E.T. in your 6th month. And E come on there, and let's just say y'all interview E, and E goes crazy on there, but people are listening to you, and they like, okay, E was waxing, but those guys interviewing him were trash. They're never going to come back and listen to you again unless you got E on every week, which ain't possible. What I'm telling you to do is you need to master your skill set to the point where your skill set is so high and that you've built it up. Now, I'm not telling you got to have 100,000 followers. I'm not telling you got to have 1 million people listening. That's not what I'm saying before you can get ET. I'm saying have a base of people that is large enough to where you can sustain this energy and momentum regardless if E is on there or not. You guys don't listen to this podcast for just E. There are people, we see them all the time, who listen for me and Carl. Why? Because we've developed our chemistry. And so I have the right now to go ask a larger guest to come on because we've proved over the course of years now of doing this podcast every single week that we can deliver to you high content. And so what I'm saying is I'm not doing this to be a jerk. Like, don't hear that and say, yo, CJ hard. He don't want to work with nobody. I'm literally doing this to help you because a blessing too soon is not a blessing at all. And that's why I tell people, man, focus on the work. At no time did we sit in the office way back in the day and go, I'm about to call Tony Robbins and see if we can share the stage with him because the Secret to Success video blew up. And we had a video that had 100,000 hits, 500,000, maybe even hit 1 million. And we still didn't call and say, yo, put us on. Now, I'm not telling you again, don't reach out to people. I'm saying focus on your skill set. Narrow down to one thing that you do well. Invited guests are welcome best. You would rather be invited than to have to crash the party. Because if you come, I don't know how you're feeling. If I'd have had Toby on Sway and basically used E's friendship with Sway to get Toby on there, Sway would have been on there like, all right, man, you got 10 minutes. Let's go. Hurry up and do your thing. Get up out of here. But because he was invited, and so E, all I'm trying to say is, man, I think people get it confused between like grinding and what they're owed and what they're supposed to have and how you continue grinding, man. And like I said, I don't want to be, I don't want to owe. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, and I'm saying to this day, we focus 90% on doing what we do at an excellent level and letting the rest of the stuff come in. There are very few times where I reach out and say, hey, can we do this? Can we do that? And if I do, it's because I know it's going to be a win-win. I'm never going to reach out just because it's good for us.
Yeah, so let me say this, though. Oh, my bad. Go for it, Carl. No.
I was just going to say real quick, the part that people miss is if you can get 50 followers, that's probably all you need. I think people get caught up in the numbers too much. Your boy I forgot who it was. It might have been Gary Vee that just said, 1 is more than 0, bottom line. 1 is more than 0. You don't know who those 50 are. I'm just saying, you need to find your 50 without no help. You know what I'm saying? Get your 50. These are the people that like you with all your flaws, with all your little idiosyncrasies, with all the things, and you work with that group. Back to what C's saying, like, they like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, start with a group that likes you. Don't start with a group that like ET. Because then we gonna get followers once your crew start listening to our stuff, then we gonna take your followers. You know what I'm saying? You want to get a group that likes you, and I'm using the podcast as an example. But if you don't have people that can rock with you, I'm saying you don't really have a lot. Like, not to toot our horn, but like for real, we did a call this morning with Breed University, and I was almost to tears, y'all. Nikki and I had a conversation Thursday, and Nikki said, Carl, we're not holding people accountable as best as we could. And I was like, well, what you mean by that, Nikki? And she's like, yo, like a lot of people want to do things. They're coming to us because they want to, they need the help doing things. And she's like, I think we need to go another step. I was like, Nikki, we are doing a lot of calls. We're doing some stuff. She's like, dude, I'm not trying to be funny, but this one don't necessarily need E. It needs accountability. It just needs other warm bodies to hold other people accountable. I'm telling y'all what we going through. I'm still learning in the process. We did a call this morning, just out the blue. We put it out like over the weekend, like, hey, y'all, we just going to do an accountability call this morning at 6 a.m. Bro, we had people from New Zealand on the call.
Wow.
We had people from New Zealand on the call this morning, and all the call was, hey, here's what we want to do today. Can y'all we going to write it down. At the end of the day, we going to check in. That was it. We had people from New Zealand, people from across the country. And I'm sitting there like, well, it's over 50 people on the call that we just like, hey, y'all, 50 people off the blue. So I'm just saying, when we take care of this 50, what I'm going to ask this 50 to do is take care of another 50 around them.
Yep.
And that 50, and I'm saying, now we're growing something. So I'm saying, watch the process. Now we're growing something that, for real, you can't mess that up. You cannot mess that up. Like, I'm just saying, there's nothing that we can do to mess this up when it's organic. People are coming. We're helping people. Like, it ain't no hookup for that. Like, we've organically grown a group of people that now are achieving their own goals, achieving their own success, and all they're doing is telling us what they want to do, and we hold them accountable to it. So back to C's point, if you're trying to go around this and just come and get a quick call and, hey, let's get them 150 people, oh, man, I'm going to share this one. A potential client asked me and he didn't come directly to me. He asked me to help him. He had this idea. He was going to launch this thing, and I was like, cool, we can help you launch it. You know what I'm saying? We can do whatever. He said, all right, I'm going to launch it in a week. I was like, well, that's not good. We need more time. Like, I really can't do a lot. The most I can do is try to get some Facebook ads and get some traffic to it, but I can't guarantee. These are cold traffic. They don't know you. His idea was us shopping it to our mailing list.
Right.
I was like, bro, that's not going to help you. Like, I ain't trying to be funny. They like ET. Like, they're on our mailing list because they like the content that we've provided. If I give them to you, first of all, it's going to mess us up. It's like, we ain't signing up for this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we sabotaging ourselves to not even help you. Now we messing both of us up, to be real.
Okay, so I just want you guys, my job, as a GED recipient, is to make things as simple as I possibly can. That's my job. That's what I was put on this earth to do. Take complex...
Praise God for the GED.
Yeah, complex, doggone theories and make them as simple as I possibly can. Listen to me. This is what you're asking people to do. You're asking people to go to work for 100 hours and then give you their check.
Right. Right.
I can't make it no more plainer for you. That's what you're asking people to do. You're asking somebody to go put 100 hours of work in. Come home. Go to work every day, 100 hours. As soon as they check come in, sign it over to you and give it to you. That's what you're asking people to do.
That sounds like me and my wife.
You feel me? That's
exactly you talking about Candace?
Yeah, that's exactly what you're asking me.
I'm just saying. This episode.
Hey,
that's what she asking me to do.
And here's the thing. I'm glad C said that because I didn't think to take it this far. You're asking me to do that.
There we go.
And I'm getting absolutely no benefits from it. That's what you're asking me to do.
Ouch.
You're asking me to
have 1 or 2 benefits.
You got no sound.
I'm just saying. I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. Like when I look at my wife, it's like, yep. She worked first, I worked second. Man, we benefited a lot off of that. Even though, like, I can't honestly say I matched what she was doing in the beginning. She can't say she's matching what I'm doing now. But what we can say is we both benefited greatly from
equal sacrifice.
Bruh, I'm talking about, and so I just want you to understand what you're doing when you go to somebody and ask them for their platform to get on their platform. Listen to me. When you call me, I'm in Irvine. I had my homies hit me up like, yo, E, we at church, we doing this, we doing that. Listen to me very closely. I ain't go nowhere, y'all. I did that for years. I did the potlucks, and we gonna hang out, and I love all my homies. But I'm at a place now where it's like, yo, I'm pouring back into the person that poured it in me. I'm giving the person that gave me life, I'm giving them everything they want. That's my goal right now, and still be able to survive. And then you calling me and saying, yo, I want you to get on my podcast for hours. You want me to leave Dee? You want me to leave shopping with her, traveling the world with her to get on your podcast? Bro, I don't have no problems with that if it's mutually beneficial. And when we went to Ed's wife was there, bro, so Dee and Ed's wife, was chopping it up. They like, y'all want to go walk on the beach when y'all finish? Dee was like, no, I'm good, but walked through, asked a couple questions, and we walked away as a family like, yo, we need to set some new dreams. Like them dreams we had when we were 16 years old, them dreams was cool, 17. We made those become a reality. Kids going, it's time for some new dreams. So just being on that show, driving up the beach.
Yeah, shout out to Jamal, man. Jamal, y'all heard us talk about Jamal's house. Jamal has a 18,000 square foot crib. He got LA Fitness in that joint, couple sports bars. No, listen, I said, yo, how does it, I said, man, we were driving, actually, we were down here, we were in Buckhead, we were looking at all these mega mansions and stuff like that, and he was taking pictures. I said, bro, what you taking pictures for? You got your dream house. He said, be careful, that was my dream house 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I said, whoa.
You feel me though, see? I'm just saying, and when you're around people like that, it's mutual. It is. It's because he gonna push you. And then if he push you,
no doubt.
He push you about to push us. And you know what I'm saying? And we about to make some changes and do some stuff. Like you ain't gonna just, as a gorilla, you ain't gonna just see things and hear things. You gonna come back to the company and be like, yo, some changes need to be made. Like it's some stuff. Ain't no reason ET ain't this or ET ain't that.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
Let's not go down that path.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Go down, not today, E. Don't do that to me.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I'm not in the mood, bro. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Oh, I got off the phone yesterday with E, and I realized, I usually don't cuss when I'm on the phone with E. I was like, shoot, did I just cuss?
Oh, it was needed, though. I would have cussed you out if you didn't cuss. You know what I'm saying? I would have cussed you out if you didn't cuss because you couldn't have said that without cussing, bro. And I'm just saying.
Usually, I don't know, E don't cuss. I usually end up not cussing. I'm like, I'm so hot. I'm like,
oh, no, I needed that. It was like I always say about my mom. Like, my mom don't cuss randomly. Like she uses it as a part of the English language. It's like my mom does. It's like, yo, Ma, no other word could have been. You use the exact word. I got the limited vocabulary. So I'm just saying, like, if you ask me for you, and the reason why you don't think it's that deep, because you're not where I am. And so an hour out of your time, you probably ain't with your girl anyway. Or you might not even be married in the first place. Or you might be married and only be 10 years in the game. You feel me? So you're not where I am. But for you to ask me to spend an hour away from my wife, bro, I'm gonna need you to come with it, bro. I'm gonna need you. I'm in Cali, enjoying. That's an hour, and then it's gonna be. I gotta talk to you before, talk to you afterwards.
Yeah, and E, this is the stuff I'm thinking about. E, you had maybe say one of your best friends ask you for $150,000, which still is one of my favorite ET lines ever. But he said, bro, if I gotta give $150,000 towards your company, it's my company.
Yeah, $300,000. Yeah, it was $300,000.
Oh, $300,000. Yeah. That boy, he said, if I get $300,000, it's not my company.
It's my company now, bro. But hey, see.
But no, I'm saying you had to explain to him, like.
Yeah, but what happens though? See, if he loses $300,000 though, be real. Tell me, if he loses $300,000, what happens?
Sorry. Look, my bad.
Look, it didn't quite go as I planned, but if you give me another $300,000, I promise you this one is going. But here go the thing. This is what I'm telling you, man. I love the listeners so much because y'all get to really think about how we built this thing. Carl and E and I would talk on a regular basis, bro, and look at each other and be like, yo, this is all we have. I will fight tooth and nail. I promise you, had somebody gave us $500,000 to get this thing started, I truly believe long ago it would have broke up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, think about when we was at MSU and somebody's like, look, E a beast. I believe in your ideas. Here go $500,000. I promise you I wouldn't be sitting in Carl's driveway looking at E crib right now. We would have went our separate ways because we didn't go through nothing enough to get there. We didn't put in enough sweat equity. E always talk about sweat equity. The reason you can give up on something because you ain't putting nothing in. So you go to all your family and friends, tell them you need to raise $100,000 and you get it. You start that business idea, guess what? You're walking away in a minute. It ain't your money. You didn't have to put up enough sweat equity. Now, am I saying don't get investors? Absolutely not. But I'm telling you, you better have enough sweat equity in the game to where you can't walk away from this thing. There was 1,000,000 times we could have walked away from this thing, and every time we said, nope, got too much invested. There's no way I can. I got too much sweat equity. I got too much into my relationships with these guys. I got too much into what I believe we could change the world. It's too much on the line for us to quit this thing. And some of you don't have enough on the line. So what I'm telling you is, I get E on your podcast and it blow up. You don't have enough on the line to keep going with it anyway if it don't work in 6 months, 8 months, a year. And so we're telling you to go through the process the correct way. One of my best friends in the world is a high-profile DJ. Do you know I have never once called him and asked him to play Toby's song? I've never said, can you play my artist song?
And he would do it.
And he would do it in the heart. I grew up with him.
He would do it.
Right. And I'm telling you, I still haven't done it because I wanted to come organically for Toby, because if I shortcut Toby at all, he gonna get there faster and think he deserves more than what he does, and he's not gonna work as hard. The way I did it, I made Toby go through the fire. And so guess what? Because he had to get his own people to shoot the videos, he had to convince people to come in and shoot a $50,000 video for free. He had to convince people to come edit for him and work for him and graphic designs and run his Instagram and do all of this stuff. He is being made into a warrior, doggone it. And so now he's ready for battle. And I'm telling you, you cannot shortcut the process in that way. Now, what you can do, this is what I would have loved from the gentleman who hit me up and said, can E come on my show? What I would have loved is you to hit me up on the email and say, hey, CJ, respect what you and E built. I love it. Here go a list of 5 questions. How did you get started? How did you build your audience? What was the 3 main ingredients you contribute to your success? How do you look at success now compared to where you were? What's 3 things you would have done different as a 19-year-old that you wish you would have known when you were my age? If you would have hit me with that, I probably would have sent you my cell phone number and said, give me a call. I want to talk to you once a week and let's make this thing happen. But you hit me and said, can E come on my show today? And the most views you got is 132 views. You ain't even tried to make yourself hot, and now I got to give up everything I work for, blood, sweat, and tears, and just hand it over to you. That's welfare. I'm not doing that.
Hey,
the thing I heard. This podcast was brought to you by, I don't even know who, but it's brought to you by somebody today. There, CJ is on fire over here, y'all.
Oh, you heard? Hey, see,
we do have a couple sponsors. Let me get to that before my head explodes. Yeah, go for it, Carl. You do it, because I'm over here contemplating.
Yeah,
Somebody else's suicide. Not his suicide. He contemplating somebody else's suicide.
No, contemplating
homicide.
Going even more gorilla than I already had.
We can't afford no more. Hey, y'all,
it's a need.
Hey, no, this segment, guys, is brought to you by HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, each box is made of fresh, responsibly obtained ingredients selected from high-rated, trusted farms. With the Global Eats option, it helps bring authentic international dishes and flavors to home cooks for exciting new meals. The convenient part is that all ingredients come pre-measured in labeled meal kits. Cooking will become something you will actually look forward to when coming home from work. So seriously, guys, I'm talking about it comes in a box, everything. You guys heard us talk about it before. I'm talking about if it's potatoes, it's potatoes. If it's salt, it's salt. If it's whatever it is, avocado, it's fresh fruit, fresh food, whatever it is in there. And the instructions are labeled in such a way, guys, that it's
anybody
like
could do it.
It's like, for real, cooking for dummies.
I told Jada I'm about to start giving to her. I told Jada, like, here you go, Jada. This going to be for you right here.
It's pictures on this joint. So step by step, y'all, you can follow the process and prepare food that you would only dream about eating at home. So with subscribing to HelloFresh, there are many benefits you can enjoy, so you can keep enjoying week after week. Get delicious filling meals delivered right to your door every week for less than $10 per serving and free shipping. Manage your account easily by choosing your delivery date to match your schedule and pause when you're on vacation. So sign up today, guys. Of course, you know, we got the promo code SUCCESS30. Sign up today and save $30 on your first week of HelloFresh. Visit HelloFresh.com and use that promo code SUCCESS30.
Yeah, no, me and Candace just had a couple joints last week right before we left to come up here, and they fire. Yeah,
no, for real.
It is good. And Candace like it. That's all I really need to tell you. Because my wife is extremely picky. And she loved it. And yeah, no,
it's just simple, man. Time saving. You know what I'm saying? It's like it ain't a whole bunch of cleanup. That's what I don't like when I cook. It's just stuff everywhere.
The cleanup ain't bad at all.
I got stuff all over the kitchen. I was gonna say though, see, man, before y'all went to the Hello Fresh boy, I saw on I think it was Instagram or the ESPN, the LeBron James, post game boy. I thought thought it was fire. I thought, what you just said, it really, it was similar to what, LeBron was saying, but they were like, yo, y'all got beat at the crib, game 1, Indiana. And he was like, well, we was down 3-1 in the NBA Finals, And,
right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought it was a phenomenal response, bruh. He's like, yo, we was down 3-1. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't come to me until, really, you can't come to him until they get beat in something.
Over.
Yeah, right. Because my man said we were 3-1. You feel me? And so I think what LeBron, was saying is what CJ is saying. It's like, yo, we been through the fire. You know what I'm saying? We've been through the flood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We've been there, done that, and we made it out. You feel me? And so that's why he can have
and more importantly, know how to get through another one if need be.
Absolutely. Yeah. Because you've been through that one. And so, but LeBron wasn't saying, well, I had called Kareem and he told me I had hit Magic up when they played Boston and was down, and Magic told me he didn't say that. He didn't borrow somebody else's platform. He didn't borrow somebody else's experience. He said we was down 3-1. I think it was to the Warriors. Was it the Warriors or I'm wrong? Or was it somebody else?
Yep.
Yeah, it was the Warriors. We were down 3-1. You feel me? And we fought back and won. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, for real, man, what we're trying to tell you is when you borrow somebody else's platform, you don't get the trophy. You don't get the T-shirt. You don't get the ring. You know what I'm saying? You don't get that. You don't get the experience. You don't get the knowledge. You feel me? You don't get the fortitude. You don't get the resilience. Like you don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So but because we worked hard, you can go into our closets and see the suit of resilience. You see the suit of fortitude. You see the suit, of determination. You see the suit of, forecasting and working through stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we're not trying to be mean. Cause y'all know for real, I ain't no gorilla. But I'm trying to tell you, I'm gorilla right now. I'm trying to tell you that the thing about the gorilla that's beautiful is that you can't make up your own reality. You can't make up, well, this is what success looks like. No, success has an equation. And you gotta follow the equation. And you gotta go, not only get it right, but you gotta show your work. It is what it is. And once you can do that, you could be successful. And so for us, we just saying...
Yeah, whoa. Don't run past that. No, don't run past that. Ooh, because I know they missed it.
You got to show your work.
You got to show your work.
You got to show your work, bro.
No, break that down, please.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, Carl, doggone it. You got teachers where my man would be like, I give my man the right answer in math, and my man, it's like, that's cool, wrong. That's the right answer. I ain't mad at you. That's the right answer, but I don't know that you know how to do the problem. I don't know that you know how to do it. So either you could have cheated, you could have guessed, but what I need you to do, though, is I need to know that you know how to do it, because you're going to be going to the 8th grade, you're going to be going to the 9th grade.
It's a test coming.
You're going to be going. It is, Carl. And it's a test coming
at some point.
And it's next levels coming. And if you can't do add and subtracting, you can't multiply and divide, then you can't do exponential, then you can't get to geometry, then you can't get to trig, you can't get to calculus, that you build off of each one of them. And so he was like, yo.
Let me tell you something, I had so many times, bro, I would just have somebody sitting next to me, gave me the answer. It's a whole long equation. I don't got nothing written on the paper but the answer. 4x plus y equals 36b. I'm like, let's go.
That is it.
And here go the thing. And here go the thing. When I didn't show my work, it was absolutely because I didn't know how to do it. And I got somebody else help me cheat the system and try to just put the right answer on there. And I couldn't stand the teachers who was like, show your work. I used to be like, look, I ain't got to show my work. I know the answer, but I didn't know the answer. And so the only time I would put that on there is when I didn't know how to do it. And that's exactly the illustration that I'm trying to present to you today is I could give you the answer, but if you don't show your work, I have to give you the answer every single time, and that ain't going to do you no good because they're going to find out you're a fraud eventually.
No, but
I don't think I've ever shared this. I'm going to share this one real quick. Don't lose your thought.
Here come a biology analogy.
I am this one y'all going to laugh at me. I am 2 classes short from having another degree in programming, computer programming. And I went through that exact experience.
8 degrees?
I don't even know. But literally, what I would do, is I would go to Tony Dean. Tony Dean, he the VP of insurance company, and he is the head of this department, doing all the coding and all that. So he would sit down with me, and for him, it was fun just going back over. He'd help me with the assignments, and I would get them with him. I'd get them. I remember going into exam, dude, and I did so terrible. I went to the teacher. This was like a midterm. I went to the teacher after, and the teacher, I would go to my man every evening after hours. He was an adjunct professor. I would meet him at the spot where he really worked after his job and sit down with my man. And he told me after a couple of weeks, like, you need to go back to the remedial classes. You don't have this. Wow. This is halfway through the semester, 2 classes away from having the degree.
Carl got more in common than I thought.
Hey, 2 classes away from having the degree. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm about to have a computer science degree, and my man was like, yo, you don't have this. He's like, and I'm not going to pass you, so you could choose to drop the class now, or you could go through with it if you want. But he's like, you're not going to pass my class. He's like, knowing what I know about you, you're not going to pass. Wow. So I'm going to advise you to go all the way back to the beginning. It wasn't that deep to me. I'm being real. At the time, I had to be in school to be in the country. So I was just doing another degree. But literally, I did not have it. And I went through 3, 4, 5 classes before that, getting the answers, getting all the answers. And now when it gets to the point where I got the degree, I'm about to get the degree, which could potentially be the job the job of my dreams. Again, Tony is the VP of a company right here that's doing coding. If I wanted to, I could have gotten, a hookup with Tony if I knew how to do the job.
Right, because here go the thing. Even if you get the degree and then when you go into the job market, you're going to mess it up and get fired. So what good am I really doing you?
Yeah, what am I getting?
Unbelievable.
Here's what I wanted to say, guys. And if you're out there listening, just go ahead and join my club and stop playing. I got to a point, I don't remember how old I was. I know I was in college. I got to a point where I realized, like, yo, E, you sick, and you just need to realize it. And I knew I was sick, Carl, because I would put the answer down that I got from somebody. I couldn't really work through the problem. Somebody helped me. I would turn that in and pass and feel like I had passed. And I was like, no, I'm sick, bro.
No doubt.
I was like, yo, you sick? You sick? Because I would feel the way I
actually felt better.
Yeah.
Because I had more energy because I ain't do nothing for real.
I'm just saying, for real. I knew I was sick, bro. I was like, yo, E, that's crazy that you cheated. Whatever cheat means, you know what I'm saying? Whatever that means. You know what I'm saying? Like what you were saying, what you was doing, Carl, like, and you didn't get it. Then I wouldn't get it, but I wanted to pass anyway. Listen to what I'm saying. Somebody listen.
Oh, I used to be a Scantron legend. Let me tell you something. If you were sitting in front of me to the right, I could see your pattern coming a mile away. Let me tell you something, E. I had a Scantron. I was like RoboCop when it came to the Scantron. Because look, I'm looking at my Scantron, and I'm looking at somebody who I know smarter than me. I'm saying, why I got 100 C's in a row straight down the paper. Yeah. Her joint going from left to right to left. Yeah. I'm like, nope, I got to start snaking too. Yeah. I'm telling you,
me?
I was a legend, bro. Hey, pass some of them classes off the strength of the Scantron snake.
Yeah, man, I wish we'd have had the Scantron. Bro. Yeah, no, I feel you.
Unbelievable, bro.
I'm just saying, I knew though I grew. I knew when I was on my way to the next level, when I wouldn't take credit no more for something I didn't work for. I knew then, like, I'm gonna be real. It was the opposite, Carl. When I would cheat, I would get to shine. And when I started doing right, I wasn't getting no shine when I first started doing right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was doing the right thing, but still losing. But I knew I wasn't losing, though. Even though I was losing, I knew I'm getting better. I'm getting stronger at this. And I just remember now I look at where I am, and I'm like, yo, this came from forget what people think publicly. It's the dark, bruh. I'm like, no more lying. I'm not lying no more. I'm not lying to myself about whatever. I'm not worried about what people think about me no more. We're going to start operating from truth. And either you good at it, or you ain't good at it. And if you ain't good at it, you got to master it. You feel me? So, yeah, man, that math thing is so deep because you can have the right answer, but you still not right. You still don't know nothing. And now I'm at a point.
You know what's crazy? I had teachers, let me take this a step further. I had teachers who, if your work was shown and it was mostly right, even if you got the wrong answer, they give you partial credit
for it. Because you understand the process.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
In the words of Johnny Gill, my.
My.
We got another sponsor to this podcast, man, Organifi. Shout out to Organifi, man. You know, I've been rocking with the gold lately, feeling like $1 million. E back on the Organifi,
I'm feeling
so
good.
He's not sick anymore.
I'm feeling good.
Carl as well, man. You know, we one of our favorite products, man. We use it every day. I just went in Carl's house and saw his sitting there on the table.
I need the package though, y'all.
Right
and,
there.
I need the package.
You gotta do it.
The scoop is killing me.
Health is of the utmost importance, man. And for those of you like me, you're not getting ready to sit up there with a million vegetables in the morning and cram those suckers into a juicer and do that whole thing and, you know, make a mess and clean up the mess. You might do it once or twice a week, maybe even 3 times, but you're not going to do it every single day. Listen, Organifi allows you to do it every single day, all right? The superfood powder is right there in the packet, kind of like those Crystal Light packets. You tear it open, you throw it in your water bottle, shake it up, and you're ready to go. Best part about it is, man, it tastes good, right? It's not one of these nasty, disgusting, you got to plug your nose and drink it. It actually tastes really good. Shout out to my man Alex, who sent me a picture of his Organifi and his HelloFresh next to each other and said appreciate it. My man's getting his weight down, looking good, feeling good. So shout out to my boy Alex on that, man. And shout out to everybody else who's rocking with Organifi. Of course, the website is Organifi.com. That's ORGANIFI.com. Use the promo code SUCCESS, man. Get 20% off your order. Tell us how you like it. Write us in at info@ETinspires. Y'all seem to like writing in the negative comments, write in the positive ones about Organifi, all right? So Organifi, we appreciate you in the sponsorship and showing us love over the year. And yeah, y'all go rock with Organifi, man. Get healthy with us. Let's continue this journey towards health and keep it rocking, man. I want to give a special shout out to my man, Huddy Hatch. I don't even know if you guys got a chance to talk to Josh, but I talked to him yesterday after the tournament. My man finished 6th place in the regionals, and there was like, I mean, the players from all over the world, all over the country who are just beasts, and my man took 6th place. I think he finished the tournament with the 2nd most birdies in the tournament, had a couple rough holes or probably would have won that joint or got close to it anyway. He's got Worlds coming up at Pinehurst in a couple months in August, so we just want to shout him out. Huddy, great job, buddy. Man, just a killer on that course and a killer kid, man. We, you know, appreciate you, Huddy, and so proud of you, man, for what you were able to do over there. And yeah, shout out to Josh.
I know
too,
the next Tiger Woods.
I mean, it's crazy. Here goes the thing. You know, I was talking to Josh, and I mean, you wouldn't believe. He said some of these kids train 6 days a week with a personal trainer and do homeschool for golf. And Huddy go to school, you know, and
Huddy is a regular kid as you can find.
As regular as you can find. Him and Huddy just go out there and, you know, hit it, you know, after dinner, you know, some nights and hang out. He doesn't take private lessons, any of that, man. He's just out there competing with the best in the world. And so I told Josh, though, we only gonna do that for so long because Huddy ready. So let's get him in the, you know what I'm saying? Let's get him in the
Olympics.
Too. And
in the Olympics of golf.
Yep. Shout out to Huddy, man. We love you, buddy. Good job. Yeah, let's go get Worlds, man. Ask ET. Should we go ask ET now? Yeah, let's go ask ET.
So we had an hour right now, so.
Okay, well, tell Dilsey, y'all be ready to go do the Titanic move on the balcony here shortly. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all just want to hold your arms out and let the
soundtrack. I'm going to need a soundtrack, though. I'm going to need a soundtrack in the back.
Doubt. I got you with the soundtrack for sure. All right, let's take a look at these. Y'all, give me 1 second. Let me find this. All right, ready? Let's start with, we actually had quite a few questions about, where's that one you sent? Didn't you send me one about Jalen? Oh, no, somebody did. Hold on, I got it right here, I think. So, yeah, this is a good one. Okay, so it says, peace, family. This is from Eric in, where are you at, Eric? Baltimore, I think. My wife and I share different views on how to allow my son to gain some independence outside of the home. He's 12 years old. I would like him to catch the bus, public transportation to school. It will take him about 60 to 90 minutes to get there on a bus. 2 buses and a very short walk. I'm not recommending he do it every day. He has to be at school at 7:25. She's not having it. Right now, she takes him to school every morning. This weekend, there was a festival downtown. He was with his friends' parents. Traffic was crazy when I went to pick him up, so I suggested we park a few blocks away and let him walk. Straight shot, not multiple streets. 4 to 5 blocks max. She wasn't having it. All suggestions are greatly appreciated. Carl, thanks for being sensational. CJ, thanks for being funny. I'm still tripping off the hip-hop hater episode. E, thanks for giving us to us straight. No chaser, and that's for my man Eric. E, what you got for him?
Oh, man, pick your battles, bruh. Pick your battles. You know, I've always been very sensitive to when my wife and I are not on one accord. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always ask myself, is there another way to give Jalen this lesson that I think I need to give him without necessarily giving it to him the way I got it? Because that's some bus stuff and some 1970. You know what I'm saying? That's some 1979 stuff right there. You feel me? And I feel him 100% because my mom had me on the, anytime you could take a bus, I was on the bus, bro. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm saying 90 minutes, though. Little man gonna have to get up about 4:30.
Oh, yeah, no, bro, been there, done that. Been there, done that. So I definitely understand, you know, what you feel like the bus will do. But again, like I said, I don't fuss with Didi on methodology. You know what I'm saying? The methods is, now we ain't gonna lose our marriage on no methods. It's okay, how can Jalen learn independence? And it may be a way where me and Didi can sit down and together decide, okay, independence. And how do we decide it? We decided independence as camp. So when he go to camp, you know, he's not gonna be at home for, 4 or 5 days. He's not gonna be calling home every 2 seconds. We're putting him in a very safe environment. He had to gain his independence by, we both agreed on camp. Didi did camp in her days, with her church. I did camp with a church type organization. You know what I'm saying? So for Jalen, it was like, yep, we agree on camp. There's a lot of stuff we didn't agree on because Didi was like, yo, that's over the top, And so like when he went to football practice, it was like, yep, some independence on that. Ride with your boy or get on a bike and ride your bike with your boy up to the school for football practice. Like I'm not gonna stop my day to take you to every football practice. You know what I'm saying? So I would just say to him, my marriage is my priority. My family is my priority. Being on one accord is my priority. And I'm not going to fight with my wife over methods. But I promise you, your wife believes in independence. She don't want no spoiled brat that she gonna have to raise the rest of her life. He can't take care of no family. He can't, you know what I'm saying? He can't be a priest, provider, and protector. Don't no mama want that for their babies. They don't want their boys to just be living in the basement for the rest of their life. But just the way that you want to do it and the way she wants to do it, y'all may not agree. So sit down and just say, hey, we both agree that he needs to be strong. He needs to be independent. He needs to be whatever. Now let's agree on the ways that we both feel like activities or exercises he could do to get to that end.
Got it. Let's stick on the similar vein, E. We got my man Greg in Columbus said, love the podcast, fellas. E.T., my son is the same age as Jalen. And since he has finished college, our relationship has changed dramatically. Not necessarily good or bad, just different. I'm curious to see how Jalen's newfound manhood has affected you and his relationship.
Yeah, well, if you get a chance, man, I took the animal assessment, and I try to find out, a lot about myself and, what I should continue to do, where some areas that I could probably make some adjustment. I studied my sons, and it's funny that you asked this. I want to do a podcast on transitions because I was listening to TJ preach, and I was like, yo, I'm going to have a conversation with TJ because TJ is so involved with his boys that when they grow up and leave, it's going to be, like, not in a bad way, but, like, he lived for his sons. And so when they grow up and move on, you're going to miss that time that you just used to spend with them, coaching them and training them and traveling with them. It's just going to be a void. And so for me, I had to understand that the relationship that I had with my son when he was 4, and I'm helping him blow his nose and put his pants on and determine his shoes and his socks and whatever. Like, yo, them days is gone, bruh. It's over. And that could be challenging when that's been your life. When you've been doing that for 18 years, you've been in a life. Like, okay, you going out? All right, where you going, son? Okay, hey, here go a couple dollars for gas. Okay, take the car, make sure you don't. And so now they get to a point where it's like, they're still your children, but you have to have a different type of relationship with them. Bruh, you're gonna have to sit down and just talk what does that mean? And I had to do that. I had to say, yo, E, you can't be that dude that's just like in his every move and every decision and you can't do that no more. And I was like, okay, cool. But that's what I've been doing for 18 years. What am I supposed to do now? You know what I'm saying? Like, I need help, And so I just had to really sit down and just say, okay, look, you can't do that no more. You can still assist him, but only when he asks. You know what I'm saying? Like, only if he call you and say he needs support. You know what I'm saying? Or only if he, whatever. So I would just say to you, man, study yourself, study your son, and begin to ask, like, what's this new chapter? Because this is a new chapter. Okay, and what are some of the things from the old chapter I can keep? What are some of the things from the old chapter that I need to let go of? And I think it's about at 22, just redefining the relationship. And I talked to my son like, yo, son, for real, you got to understand, you used to travel with me from the time you were 6 months old, you know, and I used to do this for you and do that for you. So it's not like I'm trying to be overbearing, but where do you need me? Where do you need me to back off at? You know what I'm saying? Where you need my support? Where don't you need my support? You know, and we talked about it. And so it's over now, but I think in the last maybe 3 months or whatever, we have redefined our relationship, the parameters, the borders, the boundaries, whatever. And I think it's a.
And I had to referee it a couple times.
Oh, no questions asked. Yeah, no questions asked. And I don't know if he needs a referee, you know what I'm saying? But if you need one, bro, for real, get it because.
I'm available for hire. Now, he still owe me.
No question. I owe him for life for that one. Yeah, that would be for life. But I just had a girlfriend lose her son. And I was just like, yo, I thought it was hard losing my son to adulthood. And I'm like, yo, she losing her son, period. Like, that's a huge transition when you've been a parent. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, and I'm hoping you feel my heart on this one, bro. Go get help. Like, for real, because for some of us, especially because my father wasn't in my life, I went in with my kids. Like, I went in with Jalen. Right. That was my life, bro. And then one day he woke up, he was grown, and it was like, he ain't no kid no more. And it's like, okay, cool. But didn't nobody give me no manual. Didn't nobody tell me to stop at 18 or 19. Like, didn't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Didn't nobody tell me that. And so I had to redefine the relationship, bro. And like I said, it's phenomenal now. He called me yesterday needing some advice that maybe like I said, before he probably wouldn't have called me because I would have been on his head about, yo, what's going on? What's happening? And I was like, yo, leave it alone and be comfortable if he don't call you for 6-7 days about what he needs. It's him calling me right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be comfortable because for real, look at it. Somebody's in your house every single day. You talk to them every single day. And then depending on who your child is, they may leave and not call you for 21 days. And they're okay with that. You not. Why? Because you was used to talk to them every single day. They walking in the house. You good? How was school? You know, and so Jalen may call me now, and sometimes, depending on what time it is, I'm like, oh, I hope ain't nothing wrong. And it's like, God, like, relax, he good, but it just
whatever it's worth, he at my house every single day.
Right, which takes away some of the, you know, the concern for real.
Man, Jay's such a good kid. My wife, when Jay not there, Candace be like, where's Jalen? Like, that's how good a kid Jay is. Like, you talk about being helpful. Avery is in love with him. I'm talking about, he can't, you know, Jay was gone for a little while. He came through the door. She would not let him put her down. Like, she was so geeked to see him. So, no, Jay is a great kid. And, you know, it's crazy because, you know, we've been around so long now that, you know, I've been privy to see the relationship up close and to watch it, you know, grow and blossom. And I think, you know, Jay's in a place now where I think he really, not that he didn't appreciate you before, but as manhood, you know, comes, I think you start to see your father in a different light. And the same thing that happened to me where it goes from like dad, like daddy, like a kid, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
To like, I'm seeing you as a grown man and I'm understanding the sacrifices and things you make. And the relationship is just different. My father and I still have an incredible relationship. It's just different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need him in the same way I needed him before. I need him in a completely different way.
Yeah, it's funny when
he's evolved into everything that I need. You know what I mean?
And it's funny when I'm with your dad, and your dad has helped me. You know what I'm saying? Where you might have helped me with Jalen, you know, your dad has helped me as a dad on a grander scale, because he'll just be like, yo, I don't talk to CJ like, you know, like that. And he'll just be honest with me, like, yo, I don't talk to my son every day. I know he busy and he doing his thing, and I feel that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't mad at him, but I do miss, you know, when he lived in Michigan and he was eating at the table with us and he was whatever. He's like, yo, he a grown man. He got to do his thing. But your father makes it easier for me because he like, don't feel bad because you missing that. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't going to ever get it again probably like that because he's going to have his own family.
This is what you raised him to be.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So as a part of it, that you should really be celebrating. Like, yo, he doing what he's supposed to. Like, I ain't bailing my man out of jail. I ain't find him nowhere crazy.
And that's what you got to do. You got to see that. But I just want to say to my man also is that you do have to understand that there has to be this period of separation, and it's not personal. But for a lot of us fathers, your son is going to have to leave you. to find themselves, because as long as they're under you, they're going to still be your child, and they're not going to be able to find their own identity. So there's going to come a time where it's not really rebellion, but it is this sense of, yo, I've been under your shadow my whole life, you know, and I just got to go find me. I got to find my identity. I got to find my space.
So crazy. It's crazy to think about, E, because I'm watching you and Trey, me and Jordan. Jordan would not, like, he got to touch me. Like, he's that kind of kid that got to touch you, E. Sometimes if I go in the house now, he going to drop what he doing and come and wrap his leg around me or just something. So I'm just like, yo, that's a hard transition, because there's a part of me that at first I was like, man, get off me. But then I was like, dude, no, like, you better enjoy this. You know what I'm saying? Because in 5 years, he ain't going to want to be around you like that.
Yeah, he going to want to touch, but it ain't going to be you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be you.
Touch me, tease me, feel me, hold on tight.
Don't play that, Will.
I'm about to play that, Will.
Don't play that, Will.
Because all my love, I can't control. You know what I'm saying?
Great question, though, man.
Y'all
Great
are
question.
silly, I swear,
I know we are.
Don't be, hey, see, like whoever's out there in listening land, see, E plays too. Don't just be blaming me. All right, what are we looking like on the time?
We
1:09, but hey, it's 1:09. But I just want y'all to know it's snowing. I just saw some flurries outside.
Oh, well, me and Carl gonna sit in the truck with the heat on. If we die, carbon monoxide poisoning, just know we did it for y'all in listening land.
I'm gonna get some insurance on y'all then. If y'all gonna be doing that.
Let's see. One more. Let's do one more. All right. Let's find a good. We can read this. This isn't a question, but Lawrence in Ontario said, I love you guys and hate to see you in pain, but the negative feedback is absolutely my favorite part of the podcast. My girl and I laughed so hard at the last one. Keep rocking, and please never stop this podcast. Shout out to Lawrence in Ontario. Let's see. All the rest of the questions look like they may take a little too long. So, actually, yeah, no. Let's end there, because there's a couple of them, but E looked like he might go for an hour and a half
on each one.
So keep sending in your questions, info@etinspires.com. Listen, man, we are doing some phenomenal things at breatheuniversity.com. And trust me, I get to the E's nugget of the day, but the calls have been on fire lately.
Yeah.
And Carl just mentioned it. But for our Breathe You students, Carl just started a random 6 o'clock in the morning accountability call. Listen, you are smart enough to get that project done. Yeah. You got everything you need. You just haven't been held accountable. You've been supposed to write that book. You've been supposed to write out your business plans. Look, we're just getting on the phone and saying, hey, this is, Samantha and Maryland, and look, I'm writing a book and I need it to be held accountable. Man, we got people checking in on people. Send me a chapter.
Let me add this, because
that
happened this morning, and Jeremy was on the call leading out, and Jeremy said, boo, I am a publisher. I've written so many books, and here's the best time to write. Here's the stuff you need to do. Because she was saying, like, I'm going to try to get 30 minutes in tonight. Jeremy was like, no, stop right now. You need to do it first thing in the morning. Your mind is clear. So I'm saying people are getting practical help. Hey, it's people said this morning that they didn't do their taxes. And people was like, oh, yeah, you need to get that done. Hit me up. Like, boom. I'm talking about immediate connections, y'all. Like, we not playing. Like, we trying to help people for real, for real.
This is, I'm telling you, when people ask, what is the greatest thing y'all have done, I tell them all the time, Breathe University is so phenomenal, man, because we have and matter of fact, can we play, Carl, Regina? I know Regina was on the call yesterday, man, and she had me fired up. But here's a BU member who took it upon herself to not only be a part of the community, but they're doing vision board parties out there in New York, just killing it. I'm going to get to one. Let's play, because I want y'all to hear it from a third party. Here goes a little sample of our Sunday call where we basically just check in on one another. E was going hard yesterday, and then Regina jumped in, man, and just brought so much joy to my heart. Carl, can we play that real quick?
Yeah.
Good morning. Are you there?
Yes, we are.
Yes, girl. Cowabunga. Cowabunga.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
What's happening for me is absolutely this BU family, and I'm part of Game Changers. And what happens is you start becoming a family within a family within a family within a family. And I spoke with Val because we are going to do the accountability call starting I think Monday, tomorrow. And so I ended up speaking with her, and now she's kind of taking me under her wing because she's part of Game Changers. And I'm learning so much because I'm really getting to meet different people. And like I said, everybody is so authentic in this family, and everybody wants to see you win, and everybody is always kind of egging you on and giving you suggestions and offering their help. And if you need anything, I'm speaking to Paul. He's a game changer, so he's reached out to me, and Mustafa has reached out, and they're like, if you need anything. So I'm just looking forward to my success that's going to come. And it's kind of like the people, I'm going to say at the bottom, because that's not what it is, but it's the people that are in the grind. I guess that's the better way to look at it, because everybody is grinding and you meet so many people, and it's not necessarily what in the same field that I'm going after, but there's so much wisdom from people that are trying to get to the top that you can learn so much. So this BU family is just really, really, really helping me. What do I need? I think I have everything I need, because it's going to make me accountable to do an accountability call. I'm forced to be accountable to myself to make sure that everybody else is. So just this call is making me adjust to be a better person, and just being in his family, because people are now looking up to me kind of and asking me for suggestions. Then I have to be on my A game at all times. So it's kind of forcing me to do what I need to do. So it forces me to self-adjust, right, and self-assess. So just being a part of this is helping me, and staying active within the community is probably what I need to do. So you guys are forcing me to stay out front and lead. So that's pretty much it. So I just want to say again, E, thank you so much, Carl, CJ, the ETA family, because you have no idea what this is doing for individuals. I mean, maybe you do, but because I'm down in the trenches with them, I can just see the different changes and the different growth in a very short period of time, even with my New York City BU meetup. I had one of the guys, Ronnie, he came out to my house Saturday, and we sat down and I went over time management with him. We wrote out his goals. We kind of itemized, because I'm a turtle, so I made him put every single thing on every single day and write every single thing out. So he was at my house for maybe 5 hours, and he had to literally just, all right, keep going, drill down, drill down, drill down. And when I followed up with him this week, he said that he had a really, really productive week because of that. So just to see his growth from the time we started to BU in January to now is amazing. And I just look forward to our community growing, the BU family in general growing. And thank you guys.
All right, cool. So there you have it, man. And like I said, if you've been hesitating and you're not sure and whatever, listen, man, stop waiting around, stop playing with it. Join the community, man. We are doing awesome things. And like I said, man, these are the family members. These are the troops. When we go into a city and E says, hey, I'm in Atlanta, let's have a meetup, come out, do dinner together. Like, we are trying to build a community just that is outstanding of people who just been going hard. So shout out to our current BU members who rock with us daily and who are involved and taking advantage of everything we got, the courses we got online, the modules, the trainings, as well as the calls and the meetups and everything, man. We just love you guys. And, this community is something I really just, want to put my heart and soul into growing. And, hope you guys want to become a part of that. So jump in with us at breatheuniversity.com. We would love to have you guys. You guys are our podcast family. It's a cult following. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like, your own family in of yourself. So come on over to breatheuniversity.com. Also, Phenomenal Life Jamaica is live now.
Live.
And I get the early bird discount is still in effect. So if you want to go to Jamaica with us, you got the date on that? Is it next February?
Give me a second.
So I think it's next February. Carl's looking up the exact date. But we're going Phenomenal Life Jamaica. We at a crazy resort. No cruise this time. No cruise. We're just flying straight there and making it happen.
E, do you know what the resort is?
Yeah. You mean, yeah. It's in Montego
Bay. It's the
Bay.
same joint we did. You know what I'm saying? it's the same joint we did with Quest.
Right?
Iberostar. It's fire, y'all.
Yeah, no questions.
So we're going to the Iberostar. I've never been there. They don't let me go anywhere. But I will be there in Jamaica, man. And so come out, man. Have fun with us. The white party was so crazy. The talent shows. Of course, we do some building sessions, some speaking in the mornings, and just come have a good time, relax, man. Treat yourself. We look forward to it. It's limited quantity. I think it's like 400. I think Tay said that total, guys, 400. So the first people to sign up right now, you can get your early bird discount. Make sure you get a discount discounted rate for signing up with us early, but I believe it's February. Carl, you found the date yet?
I'm talking about my phone moving so slow right now.
Okay, don't worry about it then. It's in February. Go to the site. What is it?
PhenomenalLifeJamaica.com.
Phenomenal Life Jamaica. The info will be there. Also, Game Changers. If you're interested in being a speaker, come join us. We'd love for you to rock with us. Listen, man, we got people going from literally never giving a speech before in their lives to $5,000 and $10,000 a speech, man. Just going out, training, doing the work they love, motivational speaking, training in corporate, whatever it is. So we would love for you to join us there, etagamechangers.com. And I'm looking forward to our next meetup is in Atlanta in June. So we'll have another meetup. These guys and gals come and speak right in front of ET, get feedback from ET, myself, teach them how to build the brand, the business. They're speaking up, etc. So etagamechangers.com. We just started the open enrollment for that. So excited about that as well. I think that's all the announcements we got. Carl got the date.
February 25th, y'all. February 25th to March, to March 3rd. February 25th to March 3rd.
We will be in Jamaica, man. So come join us out there. I think, is that it, Carl?
That's it.
All right, I appreciate y'all listening to the announcements, man. We always just want to let you guys know what we got going on, how you can be a part of the family, how you can stay in touch. I know you guys listen to the podcast, but we have those listeners out there, man, who want to rock with us on a deeper level. So those are the things that we got going on right now that you can be involved with, how you can, be with us on a daily basis, man. And so we appreciate you guys, and we appreciate you guys for listening, appreciate you for writing reviews and just being down with us, man, and treating us like family. We appreciate you guys letting us into your cars, your homes, your headphones every week, and we love you for it. So, E, why don't you give us a nugget of the day so you and Didi can go do the walk on the beach.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that.
I try to scrape ice off our car.
I know that's right. It's funny that you say that. For real, guys, I am in Irvine, California, looking at the mountains, and it's probably about, I'm going to look on my app to see exactly what the weather is out here today, because I want to be honest. Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, I knew it. Yeah, 70 today. Listen to me, guys. Love yourself enough to live your best life. Come on, love yourself enough to live your best life. And there are those of you who are waiting on other people. No disrespect to you. No disrespect. But this is your life. You know what I'm saying? There's some of you who are waiting on the opportunity. It's your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to live your best life, you're gonna have to do it. Nobody else is gonna do it for you. And there are people who love you dearly, who will help you and support you. You know, there are programs in place, you know, for people who are trying to do their thing. But you gotta love yourself enough to say, I want to live my best life. And look, I know I say, you know, I'm 47. I know I say, you know, I'm 50 or whatever, but I want to say this to you. Every 47-year-old is not living their best life right now. Some people are accepting the life that was given to them. Some people are complaining and murmuring about what they don't like, right? I'm telling you, that foolishness is contagious, as TJ say. It's contagious. So love yourself enough to say, this life is short, y'all. And I don't care if you make it to 100, it's short. This life is short. And I'm seeing my friends, you know, who I like. I love dearly, people who I went to college with, family members. I'm seeing people passing left and right. And the passing is not the problem. Let's just be honest. It's to every man is given, you know, expiration date. Like, we all know that's a guarantee. I don't care who you are, how rich, famous you are. Everybody gonna die. But the problem is not everybody lives. Just honestly, a large majority of the world dies. And when you go to their funeral, it's like, yo, they didn't even get to live yet. I promise you, when they funeralize me, people won't say, man, E was just about to live that life. Him and D was just about to retire. They were just about to, look, we are in Cali, and Didi's getting the house renovated. As I speak right now, the paint is being put on the wall. And I said to Didi, like, yo, Didi, we only get one time. We only get this thing once, boo. We only get to do it once. Let's do it. Let's do it up. So I'm telling you, from one human to another, love yourself enough to live your best life. No excuses, no good reasons. Do what you have to do so that when we funeralize you, we could say, now he, now she, yeah, they live life to the fullest.
I appreciate that nugget of the day. E, love you, man. We'll see you tomorrow. I think you'll be in to the
Yes.
frozen tundra.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yes.
We'll see you tomorrow, man. And love you guys. Appreciate you listening. Go to iTunes, leave us that review. We'll see you next week.
I want you to focus on here right now. Don't you worry about when you get home. You make this, you concentrate on this opportunity. You don't worry about tomorrow. You concentrate on this opportunity.